Hey bulls and eyes, and welcome to another week of floating in the never-ending sea. We have the honor to call the tube, and those are the fluids du jour. The Apple Dr. Beats rumor deal, Nintendo's homophobic mistake, the first brain-controlled prosthetic arm, 3D printed makeup, the social watch, and more. But let's start with some metadata. An article by David Cole at the New York Review of Books lays out why we should care as much about the collection of metadata as we do about the collection of the data itself. General Michael Hayden, seen here during a post-Snowden speech at Oxford University a couple of months ago, who formerly led both the NSA and the CIA, told Cole at a recent debate that we kill people based on metadata. Cole talks about the USA Freedom Act legislation that would limit the NSA's data collection powers if it passes. The bill contains several good steps in securing the privacy of citizens and restoring due process. But Cole says it only skims the surface, and Hayden agrees the current legislation leaves too many gray areas. It does not address, for example, the NSA's guerrilla-like tactics of inserting vulnerabilities into software and drivers. So, not good enough, Obama, not good enough. For once, the intrigue surrounding Apple doesn't involve the next iPhone or iPad. Instead, it's centered on why the Silicon Valley titans want high-end headphones maker Beats Electronics. Apple is reportedly in talks to buy Los Angeles-based Beats for $3.2 billion, established in 2008 by rapper Dr. Dre and longtime music industry executive Jimmy Iovine. Beats is best known for a top-selling line of headphones. Dre himself apparently confirmed the talks by releasing a Facebook video in which he calls himself hip-hop's first billionaire. Beyond its bass-boosting earpieces, Beats also plays in the competitive market for subscription-based streaming music with a mobile service that, unlike Apple's iTunes and iTunes Radio, offers ads-free, on-demand music listening for about $10 a month. Why is that worth so much for Apple? With us in the studio to solve this mystery is i24 News tech correspondent Shai Ringel. Good evening.
Good evening.
So what do we know about the deal?
We don't know a lot yet. We do know that it's gonna be a deal for the entire company, which means all of their business, their headphones, and their music streaming model. And it's gonna be beyond the $3 billion, which is not a lot when you consider that Beats by now makes a profit of $1 billion a year.
Yeah, but what are they buying? Are they buying the technology? Are they buying the name, Dr. Beats? Are they buying the streaming service? What's the hot stuff there?
Apple usually don't buy name. They don't care about the name because they have the best name in the world. It's Apple.
Not for headphones.
Not for headphones. They do produce very good low-end headphones for their iPhone. But we still don't know. There are a couple of theories on why Apple wants to buy. This is the biggest acquisition of Apple is going to do ever. They never spend billions of dollars on companies, on outside companies. Google does it a lot. Facebook does it a lot. A lot of the big giants.
So this is a big deal. Let's try to understand why.
Yeah. So there are a couple of theories, and there is the theory that Apple wants a piece of that headphone business, which is okay. It's not that unreasonable, but let's say it's true for the sake of it. Apple wants to buy really high-end headphones and put their name inside the Apple name.
But they can use the money just, to make new high-end phones.
Yeah, that's why I think the other theories are much more interesting, and especially when you think about the fact that Beats started just a couple of months ago a new service called Beat Streaming Music, which is the Spotify-like streaming service.
Which is what, in your headphones?
No, it's a software that you can get through any computer or mobile or iPad whatever you want, and you stream the music from a cloud. Now, Apple invented the digital music industry with iTunes, but they did that more than 10 years ago. And they started to understand that iTunes is old business. And Spotify and the new Beats streaming service is the future. This is what people want. They want to pay $10 a month and get the entire back catalog. And iTunes, for the first time, feels like the old dog in the game. iTunes was the breakthrough, revolutionary service that everybody was talking about, and Apple were the leading frontier of that industry, and now they are lagging behind services like Spotify, which makes kind of sense buying a service like Beats, because Beats are a music industry
insiders.
Insiders. When you think about people like Dr. Dre, who has a lot of connections inside the music
So it's
industry.
basically they want to be part of the music industry in a way.
Apple is a big part of the music industry, but there are outsiders that are now buying a big part of the name inside the music industry. Apple were the frontier leading company 10 years ago. They are not doing that now with iTunes. They have services like iTunes Radio, which is not doing that great, and they really need the connections inside the music industry. Dr. Dre can give them that, and a lot of people inside Beats can give them exactly that. And the game is now the back catalog. Whoever has the biggest back catalog of albums out there. And
Okay, well, that's going to be quite a war. What about smart headphones? Is that part of the future that might arrive?
there is one theory that speaks up. That a lot of people think that it's about wearables, because that is the big buzzword now. And Google also introduced their watches, the smart watches, and everybody wants to be the company that invent the wearables. And Beats might do that in headphones.
So now you know what to buy for my birthday. Yes, you do. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Have you heard of a life simulator game called Tomodachi Life? Well, not surprising. It's a really stupid game, sorry Nintendo, from Nintendo, sorry Nintendo again, aimed at building your avatar and doing very strange and, well, uninteresting things with it. Let's take a look at it before we continue.
Introducing Tomodachi Life, the game where you make memes of your favorite people and watch as surprising things happen.
My nickname is Sarah. My favorite color is pink.
Give me characters, items, voices, and personalities. Then watch as they rap, rock, eat donuts, and fall in love. Look, there's my little brother. It looks like he's...
Read up cornflakes.
I don't know quite what he's doing. Okay, let's check in on my mom. Wow, rock on, Mom. Hey, it's my BFF.
It's not healthy to keep things bottled up, except for potions and fairies.
All right, let's find someone a little less wacky. Grandma! You look nice. At least when things get too surprising, you can always get away from it all. Somewhere quiet, like outer space, a Japanese garden, or even camping. Not a soul in... What the what?
Wow, scary, scary looking game. But it got its 15 minutes of fame last week for stirring some controversy with when people discovered the game will let your avatar get married, but only to the opposite sex. Nintendo said Tuesday it won't bow to pressure and won't allow players to engage in romantic activities with characters of the same sex in English editions of Tomodachi Life. Yeah. This followed a campaign launched by fans last month seeking virtual equality for the game's characters, which are modeled after real people, after all. So yesterday, after they saw the web's rage at the statement, Nintendo changed its tone and apologized for failing to include same-sex relationships in Tomodachi Life. Still, Nintendo, not cool. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the future. The Food and Drug Administration, that's FDA, announced Friday that it has approved the marketing of the first prosthetic arm that translates electrical signals from people's muscles in order to perform tasks, meaning the first prosthetic arm that can be moved by thoughts. The prosthetic arm, known as the DECA arm system, performs multiple movements at the same time, controlled by EMG electrodes. The device comes from a company founded by Segway inventor Dean Kamen and is roughly the size and weight of an adult arm. How amazing is that? Very, very amazing. That's when we like technology. Now, it can cost a fortune to look good, we all know that, but it might not, should a brand new technology from New York-based startup Mink get some traction. The Mink does for makeup what 3D printing has done for, well, just about everything else. Founder Grace Choi developed a miniature 3D printer that combines FDA-approved ink with a variety of materials to create any type of makeup, from powders to cream to lipstick. According to Choi, the printer works in tandem with the conventional image editing software that's likely already installed on one's PC or is easily acquired. That's how one selects the exact color that the printer then transforms into various makeups. Here's a bit of a demonstration Choi gave earlier this week at TechCrunch's Disrupt 2014 event. Take a look.
So imagine I'm 16-year-old Amanda, and I'm watching Michelle Phan putting on some eyeshadow. And I see a color I like. I pause the video. Then I just paste the code. It's a hex code. Every pixel has it. And just like any other inkjet printer, we've all done this before. It's very boring. Someone should fix this. We're printing eyeshadow right now, but this is basically going to be able to print lipsticks, powders, creams, foundations, etc. So all Amanda has to do now is basically just lift the cover up, take it out, and it's instantly ready to apply. Oh, there it is. Just so you guys can see that it's makeup. I'm just going to put it on my hand. Can you see my hand? It's makeup.
Well, I can't wait for 3D printers to change the world. I mean, my world already. That looks amazing. Good luck, Lady Choi. Now, did you ever watch the cult classic anime movie Akira? Well, you better hurry. Hollywood is on its way to destroy it. The idea of a live-action remake of Akira has been floated a few times, most recently as a Hollywood movie starring several notably non-Japanese actors, including Helena Bonham Carter and Gary Oldman. If this vision of a live-action Akira fills you with dread, then you're not alone. Back in 2012, a group of Akira fans used Indiegogo to crowdfund a trailer that actually respects the original manga and animated movie, and the finished product has just been posted on YouTube. Take a look at what can be made without any help from Hollywood.
Tetsuo, catch.
You guys ready? Last one there picks up the check.
Unfortunately for Akira fans, this probably isn't what the real movie will look like, but now at least fans have something to dream of. In Hollywood, men are men and women are, well, sorry, sex objects. BuzzFeed took famous movie scenes and reversed the gender roles so we can see exactly how awful women are treated in the movies.
nice.
Jackie, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
How'd you get in here?
The window.
Do you do that a lot?
Oh wow, well, watch the whole thing. It's good, interesting, and important. And that's it. This show is over. Don't forget to log on to our Twitter and to our Tumblr. It's thetube24. And always remember, a smile, you know, this is a curve that sets everything straight. You get that? Curve, straight, smile. Bye.